Everyone, hope you had a good and safe 4th of July and you are ready to go into your lab weekend and learn a lot of stuff. I thought I would give you a little 5-minute tip of the week sort of thing. I'm getting a lot of questions, or I've had a lot of questions about the calendar in Canvas, and Lisa has told me that she's had some questions about the calendar in Canvas. So I thought I'd do a little blurb on that, little 5-minute thing. So really the question is usually, how do I know what's due this week? And I have 3 different classes. How can I tell what's due? And one way is the to-do list. If you're on your dashboard, if you're on an individual class, it is just going to show you the to-do list for that class. And it shows everything. It shows announcements. It shows blah, blah, blah. When you're on the dashboard, it shows your to-do list for all your classes, and it doesn't show announcements. It just shows what's due. So that's one thing. Also, the coming up list, which is on that right-hand bar as well, shows what's coming up in the next week. If there's more than can fit on there, you'll see this little link to more in the next week, and then it expands it what's due in the next week. And that shows all of your classes if you're on the dashboard view. From here, if you want to go to the calendar, you could click on this view calendar button and it'll go there. Or you can go over to the left-hand side and click on the calendar icon over there. So it doesn't matter which one you do, get you to the same place. Okay, so that's the second question that I get is, my calendar is blank. And as you can see, my calendar is blank. And it's one of the things that I don't like about the Canvas calendar is that I don't have control of it. It auto-populates. And so I'm a control freak and I want to be able to control things. So that makes me crazy. But anyway, you have to select classes under calendars on the right in order for them to show up on your calendar. So I'm going to put in PTA 273. And it automatically, when you select a class, it assigns it a color. So it assigned green to PTA 273. And here it is. It populates everything that's due in July. And then you can click the forward arrow to go to August, and it shows everything that's due in August. And it shows it in green. So as you know, most of our assignments are due on Saturdays, except for the exams, which are on Tuesdays, and there are 2 of those. So where are my other classes? Well, I have to select them on the right in order to see them. So I'm going to select PTA 201, and that assigns another color. So that gave it gray or blue, whatever that is. And that puts in the assignments for PTA 201. Well, I have other classes. I got to put those in. So PTA 280, it assigns hot pink to that one, and it puts in the assignments for that class. And oh, I have one more class, so I got to put that one in, 285. And it assigns it another color, which looks very similar to the other one. But anyway, it populates that. So if you don't want, you say, well, I don't want PTA 285 on there, just click it again and it takes that off. So if you want to look at an individual class, just make sure that class is selected on the right. If you want to look at all of them, select all of them. And whatever you leave the calendar, whatever settings you leave the calendar with, that's what it'll be when you come back. So if you put all 3 of your classes on there, the next time you go into the calendar, it'll show all 3. And if you're not sure if it's showing one, look over on the right and see, is it selected? If it is, then yay. So what's this other calendar? If I want to add stuff from my Outlook calendar or my Google Calendar or my iCal or whatever other calendar app I use, I can come all the way down here to other calendars, and you can click to add another calendar. You can add calendars, add your calendars in. I wouldn't do that. I like a more functional calendar app than the Canvas app, but whatever, your mileage may vary. If you want to do the other way, export this to your Outlook calendar or your iCal, click on this calendar feed, and it gives you a link to paste into your Google Calendar, your iCal, or your Outlook. to get all this information into that calendar, which that's kind of spiffy. I like that. The only drawback that I've noticed with that is it's a little bit slow on updating. So let's say that that I say, well, we need a new assignment, and I put a new assignment in. It'll show up immediately on your Canvas calendar, but it might take a day or so to feed out to your calendar feed if you're using it that way. So, or if I say, oh, I'm going to push that date out, um, which, that's always nice, but I'm going to push that date out, might not show up on your calendar feed, but it'll show up right away on your Canvas calendar. So that's the only beware of or buyer beware thing that I'm going to tell you about. But hopefully that helps you organize your classes a little bit more, gives you a nice big picture look at what's due, and you can use this in every quarter, with all the classes that you have. So if you have, I have a ton of classes because it has my fall classes in there as well. But the when you have this list over here, it'll show the classes that you're currently enrolled in. So unless that class is selected, though, won't show up on the calendar. So you can pop them in and out as you like. Hopefully that is helpful to you. I hope you have a great, safe travel to your lab weekend and learn a lot. And I will see you all soon.